Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. Why he got green eyes though? This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Hey yo, that does not look like Grandpa. Hey yo, even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. Yeah, that's what I thought. And yet he remains forever unchanging. What's up? Forever young, the fountain of youth. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some coffee. Would you also like some, Grandpa? Nah, that ain't no Grandpa. That's somebody else. The young man, you hear? He's not a grandpa. Still does not reply back, never glancing at Nina or anyone else in the room, only fixed on the rain. Oh no, I'll be sure to make a cup for you too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the two follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There is an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they are similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will not end well. What's up? Nina, that man. Yes, he's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but Nina draws something out from her pocket. It's an antique picture of a young man with slick back hair wearing a luxurious suit. He appears to be poised and refined, complete contrast to the current Henry Mortimer. Oh, okay, I see it. This isn't much to go by, but I swear he is the same person. And why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of tea when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. So many things were rushing into my head, and yet he felt so familiar to me. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night, and his face, I recognized his face. He just looked younger. That was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already open. Whoa, I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the dripping sounds, the letter, and now this. Maybe my family is really cursed. They're not. Curses aren't real. Tell him, Hugo. Detective. I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In reality, the ones who fixate on it feed off of it. Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. While like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and your grandfather. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Louis. Louis Griffin? Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency. Do you have it with you? Ah, yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to their own investigations, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially... Oh, wait a minute! Especially Nina. Hold up. I think the tenants have tabled. People. What is happening? Okay, hold up, wait a minute. Nina is a suspect now. Not only Noah is a suspect, but also Nina. Okay, counting on you. You too, boy. And with that, Hugo heads upstairs, starting his investigation. Okay. Oof. It's late. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings will eventually lead him here. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and opens it. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From customized drapes to the vintage furniture, everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, a sense of gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering despite its preserved nature. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Oof, it's about to be nighttime. Oh my days, it's about to be midnight. Okay, what you find? What you find? He searches and searches, still with no sign of anything. Come on, keep searching. Keep searching. Not one thing pertaining to Lois. Damn it! Nothing. It's as if he'd cleared out everything. Just blank everywhere. No, it has to be here. Just missing something. He ponders again before remembering the letter. This is the only proof Lois exists so far. I tried to read it again. Maybe I overlooked it. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within. Bearing no foreboding thread at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter. What the? Hey yo, Nina, if you can come, then I understand. It's pretty Jerry after all. Hold up, Nina is still a suspect. Nina, hold up. Wait a minute. Noah. Noah was the only person near Hugo. Possibly he took the letter that Nina gave to Hugo. Then after that, yeah. But if I can ask one last favor of you, could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I like for you to have it. I'd be happy knowing it's with you. Thank you for everything, Henry. Forever yours, Lois. This is the same Lois? I thought it was the cause of all of this. I don't understand. Hold up! Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom, as if something unlocked itself. Hugo turns around and sees at the foot of the bed a chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well, left to rot on its own. Preparing himself, he opens the chest. Inside, scrambled together are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. Oh no, oh no. Nina, Noah, you trying to throw Hugo off. An unidentified young man was found on the morning of 3 days prior to his death, according to police. Ruled out as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. No claim of his body has been made yet. Lois? By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright and right beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. Lois, a locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly. This must be the locket that he was talking about. So pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. This picture, did he put this here? No, it might have been Henry. But why? Why would he store it away like this? Yeah, why? What should I do? Okay guys, so let me take the locket. I should probably hold on to this for now. Yep, hold on to it. Hugo's about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. Oh no. What? Oh, hey yo, water. Pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no. Hey yo, suddenly the lights shut off. Horror movie. A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. Hey yo. Hugo's about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Hey yo. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. No, no. It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. Call out to Noah. Call out to Noah. Or unless that's Noah. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form. Nope. Nah, nah, nah. Don't believe in that stuff. Trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Why? Paralyzed with fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. I don't want a jump scare. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. Ay, no. Let's, you know what? But this time, it's drawing nearer. Oh my days. The games I play, inching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Oh, he's hallucinating. Yep, he's hallucinating. Yep, boom. Solved it. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. And then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Don't speak. Don't get in my way. Oh my days! All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. My man's Hugo, where are you? His vision blurred and breathing jacked. He staggered towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. No. Ah! Dang it! Noah! Colby! To his dismay, he's only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Come on, guys. Dang it. From a distance, he faintly hears the sounds of Colby's relentless barking as it gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window, tries to pry it, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Oh man, dang this. Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made of? Isn't it the window? Windows are supposed to break easily. Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for a final blow. Damn you! Just break already! Break! Yes! Let's go. Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers instead that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. What? Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of vines. Carefully, he climbs out the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches start to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another but fails when his hands slip out of reach. Dang it! Oof! Clamoring wildly as he loses grip on the ivy, he crash lands down onto a thicket of bushes. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious, and immense pain spreads across not only his back but his entire body. Oof. Getting too old for this. Yep, my man's Hugo is too old. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. Come on, get to Kobe. There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this strategy starts and ends. Ayo! Rule number one: horror movies. Rule number one: don't go to the scene of the crime. That's what that entity wants Hugo to do. It wants to get him at the scene of the crime. Just don't go there, Hugo. Oh my days. Ayo, it's midnight. It's midnight. Finally entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Kobe and Noah. No, man. Kobe, Noah, where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go! My grandpa, he's not your grandpa. Nina, please, it's dangerous. You get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. It's at that instant Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing in Nina's steed. Hugo! No, don't! No, my man's Kobe. Please falls deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner could make him turn back. Determined, he trudges further in. Nearing the deep end, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled, as if all the life had been drained from him. Surrendering it all to the lake, before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please, come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he still stares deeply into the water. There's so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives, and you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it, a slight fall from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. All of this is my fault. If only I got to Lois sooner, then none of this would have happened. Henry inches even closer to the edge. Lois, I'm sorry. I should have what? Gone in his steed? Gone with him? You know that wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Lois. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Lois never thought anything less of you. The locket is proof of that. Lois? Locket? Yes, it's a symbol of his love for you. That's why you don't have to shoulder off that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Lois. All of it. Together. Come on, Henry. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in a deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out. Maybe, just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. His arms unnaturally contort around him, while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Lois is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. There's only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. No! Swim! 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 Mr. Mortimer, swim in there! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him. Good job! Into the abyss. Let's go. 12:30 a.m. We don't know where we are. Just chase after him. Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shocks running rampant through his body, like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs. Hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Come on, you're gonna find him. You're going to find him. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. Come on, we gotta defeat this evil. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out of him. Fight it, my man. He tries desperately to wrench his hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Lois, where are you, Lois? He's looking for Lois. Digging deep into his coat's pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. There you are! It releases its grip on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his heart burning and his body screaming, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there, come on! We just have to... As the lights from the surface begin to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Oh no! We were so close. Before he loses his conscience, he notices a figure swimming towards them. Come on! Getting closer and closer. And then everything fades to black. What time, what place, drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo crosses through wave after wave. Not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter, all he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. Wait, who? Whoa! Whoa! I'm sorry for startling you. I just want to see you before I go. Lois? You've done so much for me and Henry. Thank you. No worries. From a far off distance, a voice cries out to him, beckoning for him to come back. Well, I guess this is it. Take care, Hugo. The lake? What time? With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound, Colby, whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jacks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Noah starts to pat his back while Kobe continues to whine over Hugo. What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They are both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of thank goodness? I swear you don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Detective Laurent? Oh, Nina, there's someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man, frail in stature. He timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious green, only eyes just like Nina. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. I kept hurting not only me but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I never met, still went out of your way to save me, not knowing my burdens or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hands one last time. I hope that someday you too will overcome it. The next day. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning? With much fear and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by close inspection he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up the report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. Still going to write yours too. I will. Since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself. Ah, my man's Noah. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1. Bingo! Wow, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. And shut it, will you? Swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know, it was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I wasn't expecting an earful from him. Also the bill, and surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. So what? Just called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it. You pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, I deserve at least a nap. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Hugo puts down his pen. Kobe follows after him. Wait, what about breakfast? I'll eat it later. It's nap time now. Heavily sighing, Noah sets aside the food on his desk and joins the other two at the couch. I'm getting old. I mean, you are old. Shut it. Kobe whines, asking for head scratches. Sorry, boy. Silently, Hugo scratches the back of Kobe's ear as he leans closer to Noah. You know, I'm glad you came along yesterday. What's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved us back there. Look, I told you before, I'll be there whenever you get yourself into regular stuff. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserved it. Okay, that was very nice game. An interesting story, I must say. The plot twist, and also I know at first I was like, I'm suspecting Noah, I'm suspecting Nina, and whatever. But yeah, anyway, it ended like that. It seemed like a thriller, seemed like a horror, but yeah. When I rate this game, I will actually rate it about 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's actually good, you know. Yeah, check it out. Stillwater, it's on Steam. You can check it out and play it for yourself on PC. Anyway, thank you for joining me on today's on this part 2 playthrough. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share, hit the noties. Yep, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Have a wonderful day, everyone.